Welcome back. It is Zydeco Thursday, and while Moriah is on maternity leave, we have Colby Hebert, the Cajun hatter and traiteur, joining us while she's snuggling with a sweet baby boy. So Colby, you, my friend, are a traiteur.
Yeah.
For those at home who are don't really know what this is, what is a traiteur? Why is this important?
Right, yeah. So first of all, we're excited to be here. And a traiteur is, Louisiana's expression of the healing tradition. When you look at Louisiana legends, the healing tradition is something that's a part of, every society, every culture, and crosses the span of time. So within the history of South Louisiana, a traiteur is sort of the expression of, how we as a culture tap into and funnel that healing tradition. So in short, that's kind of the answer. And then there's so much in detail and richness as far as what that looks like.
So how did you what called you to become a traiteur?
For me, it was kind of textbook, even though I've seen people as a part of the tradition, from many different approaches. My grandmother was a traiteur, and she still is. And when I was about 11 or 12 years old, she decided to pass it to me. And so usually they say it goes from male to female and female to male, and it'll skip generations and things like that. So that's kind of the way it did happen to me. I had prayed over one of my little cousins when I was young for colic, and the colic went away. So that's kind of when she was like, well, I feel like maybe you have the gift. So she decided to share, her tradition with me.
Why is it so important? Because I feel like there's not many traiteurs kind of left in society. Is that true?
I think there's truth to it. I think there's probably more traiteurs out there than people realize. But I think that our accessibility to them has dwindled due to the fact that we don't grasp, the ability to use this tradition like we once did. Being able to find a way to make it accessible is what's important. And, these days, not only holistic and natural medicine and things like this are kind of becoming popular again, and we're realizing the importance of it, but also just cultural, preservation, the things that make who we are and what we do unique. That's what's important, and so if we can sustain that and tap into it in a way that is also embracing, moving forward, looking at medicine in new ways while honoring the old ways, that's what's important to me.
Yeah, so. And I do love that how you're so kind of outspoken about it, and you want to educate people on traiteurs and the history.
Right.
Why is it so important that we kind of talk about it more now?
Yeah, it used to be such a big secret thing, and it was so taboo, and and there's reason for that, and part of it is reverence, and respect and honor for the tradition, for something that's sacred. But at the end of the day, in preserving something, it has to be spoken about. We have to talk about it and figure out what it is that we can do by having an open dialogue and a conversation in order to continue to move forward in the tradition. And for me, I think it's bringing awareness, especially to the younger generations, about this tradition, so that maybe they would be inspired to take part in it.
Well, it's great that you are so outspoken about this in our community. And guys, we're going to continue this conversation. We're going to bring Chubby in, Adam in, and we're going to be talking about kind of how music is also kind of like medicine in a
Absolutely.
way. We heard Chubby kind of talk about it as well. So you guys don't want to miss that for Zydeco Thursday. Let's go ahead and check in with Adam Olivier. Welcome back. It is Zydeco Thursday. We're doing it a little bit differently right now. We're learning about traiteurs with Colby Hebert, and Chubby is here. Chubby mentioned earlier that music is medicine. So
yes, it is.
How does traiteur kind of relate to music?
Yeah, well, healing comes in many forms, just as medicine does. Everything can be medicine, really. And, a friend of mine who's also a good mentor, her name is Becca Begnode, she told me once, she said, God is vibration. So, when you sort of look at it that way, and music obviously resonates a sound and creates a wave of vibration that affects people in a certain type of way, that is a clear way of kind of measuring and judging. We also know just by how it makes us feel. But music has movement. It has action and vibration to it, and so does God, the nature and the essence, that energy. So that's kind of how I view it. What about you?
Because like you said, how you make people move, Music, it makes them feel so good. It really does. That vibration, you feel that beat, that. It's like when you guys be doing the dance. Happy feet, you know what I'm talking about. It makes you move, don't it? It keeps you grooving, man. I had never seen you move your hips the way you ever move your hips, man.
Hey, you know, hips do lie sometimes. I will say that.
Adams does not, though.
They do not move.
But like, even when we're done with these Zydeco Thursday, like both of us, we have the biggest smile on our face for like an hour after because just listening to the music, it just makes us happy.
It's happy. There you go. You're happy. I mean, you can sit up there and have the long day, and it's like, oh my God, my day just been ruined. But a lot of times my friends tell them, honey, let's go see the Zydeco band. Oh no, I don't want to do that. But when they go to see the band, after the husband didn't want to go that week because he had a long day at work, he goes, thank you for bringing me, honey. I needed that. Whew, you know, was a breath of fresh air for him, you know? So that vibration, like you said, just that feeling, it got him so happy, he forgot about the whole week that he had. And he had a long week, you know? But that's what music do to you. And that's why I was preaching to him. I said, music is the medicine. It's your medicine that we need, you know? So we capture that in our entertainment. We give it to them, man, we give them a good dosage, and they want to come back for more.
Yeah, and music and singing, you know, when you express that, it goes in a different, it penetrates in a different way than speaking does.
There you go.
You know, and so it's like just the same as, you know, music can make you feel good for both the person who's performing and the person who's listening. If you have a song, for example, that's the blues, you know, and it's talking about something that's traumatic or sad,
right,
you know, it's a release, you know, and the people feel that and they share that and they get to share in their own things that they need to release.
Right, and in my part of it, when I was giving that release, when I start playing my music, you start feeling the vibration, you start feeling the music. It's like you say, when you leave, you're still happy. I had people, I was in Kansas City this weekend, people were singing my songs. If I said, sitting in my la-la, waiting for my ya-ya, it's catchy. They walked out the door singing it. I'm in my van, I can hear them singing it. They're walking out of the concert singing my songs.
Well,
you know
and I think another thing too is that you get that perspective from the musician, and so when you radiate that excitement and that joy, it causes you to have that joy and excitement because you see how much you're enjoying it, so then it's kind of that natural response to it. Correct.
And that's when they see that, man, why are we sitting here? Look at that band. That band is up there having a good time. They're dancing, they're swinging, they're doing all. What are we doing sitting down here? Let's get up and have a good time. Boom.
And Chubby, in your own life, how has music healed you?
Oh, in many ways. A lot of times because my grandfather and my daddy, they would tell me all the time, man, they were sharecroppers. They said, man, I can't afford no psychiatrist, man. I tell a story. I come back and I play my accordion. My granddad and daddy didn't read music. But when they came home and had that long day at work, they sat there and played their music. And I watched them. I said, what are you doing, Grandpa? What are you doing, Dad? Oh, son, I had a long day today. I just want to sit here and I just want to tell my troubles away. I'm breathing into my accordion and it's coming out. Wow. For me as a kid, I adapted to that. Even though I was that small, that young. I learned from them. And I said, wow. So that was just growth. That's just music growth, you know? And it was a healing for them. That was their healing process.
I love it. I hate to cut this conversation short
No.
because I feel like we could talk about this for hours. Thank y'all so much for being here to share this with our viewers. If you guys at home want to rewatch this, head to KLAF.com. We'll be right back after this.
When our next best drink chance will be.
Hopefully it's soon. My goodness, because it is so hot
I've been walking on
outside.
crunchy grass.
Not the crunchy
It's
grass.
crunchy.
It's very crunchy.
It needs a drink. Colby, Chubby, thank y'all both so much for
Merci beaucoup.
being here. We love you. If you guys at home, you want to rewatch this, head to KLAF.com. Thank you for joining us on this very hot Thursday. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.